Good evening. Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. It's a proper little pain cave tonight with the lights and I don't know. I've almost created like a little bubble around myself. How's everybody doing? Warmed up and ready. That's it, Zach. Warmed up and ready. Jacob, Rice Cooker, how are you doing? Luke, Josh, Tom, Damon, Keith. Bonjour, Charlie. Bonjour. So, at any time throughout this test, please direct people to the description if there's any questions. I know that there probably will be because people are wondering what am I doing. So there's a bit in the description for you to... how's that? Is that a little bit brighter for you? I am indeed ready to smash it. Yes, nice one, Jack. The closest guest gets a t-shirt. So yeah, I'm warming up now. Oh well, I've done my warm up already. I'm just having a little bit of a spin. And what I'm gonna do is quit Zwift and then restart Zwift at the Alp, and then start at the bottom of the Alp. So with the actual workout, whatever you want to call it. So give it another 8 minutes or so. Save your questions the last 8 minutes. What times am I doing the hot route? I'm just going to be doing, I think I'm doing Friday. I don't have a time, but roughly I'm going to be doing like Friday morning, Saturday evening and Sunday evening. So I know that doesn't really help, but I don't really have a slot. Yeah, no problem, Ruben. And like I said, there's more info in the description for people if they want it, of course. I'm just conscious that I won't be able to talk at all during this. I know I probably will be able to through the first 10 minutes, but if you don't mind, I don't want to. I want to concentrate on it, if that's okay with you. I don't know why I'm asking for your consent. You're stuck. Do I have a goal? I don't have a goal for this. I've never done this test before. I've seen it being done and it looks pretty good. So I'm confident that it's going to yield an accurate number, judging by what most people have done with it. So whatever it is, it's going to be accurate. Whether or not it's going to be better than my previous FTP, I don't know. So we will see. I'm excited. Anyway, so let's get some music. Spotify playlist, not sponsored. Again, I don't know what I'm hoping for FTP wise. My FTP at the minute is 333. So yeah, I have no idea, guys. I have no idea. Just come off a big block of well, technically endurance. A little bit of intensity, but mainly endurance. So we'll see what it yields. I think it's going to be an interesting test nonetheless. And we'll just take what we can from it, yeah? Ooh. Right, I'm going to quit Zwift. You can see my warm up. My warm up is nothing special, by the way. Just to get the legs moving. So yeah, nothing special. I'm just gonna restart Zwift. Give me a second. I told most people we'd start at 6, so we still got 5 minutes, so. Oh. Gotta make sure I have my fan on full power to start with, so that I don't have to mess around with it. And we're gonna go straight into the test, all right, everyone? So I've deliberately cut the warm up of this actual workout, so that I can just go straight into it for the sake of getting the average at the end for you all to see. Don't throw it. Don't do that to me now, Jack. Right, I'm not gonna use erg mode. Well, I don't know. I might no. Nah, I won't use erg mode. Where are we? Mode to sky. That's good. Everything's set up. We've got 35% training difficulty, I think. So, yeah. Ooh, I'd like to win a spot on the hawk route. Yeah. There we go. Alright, let's turn this fan up. I apologise for the noise. Yeah, that's it. It's all about getting accurate. It's all about just getting numbers, accurate numbers. It's just about getting numbers. Doesn't matter about better numbers. I'm using the first one on that article. If you've opened the article. All right, we've got 2 minutes before we start. Like I said, we're going to go straight into it, so no messing. I think the fan is making a noise because it's in an angle. It's angled upwards, so it's not actually on the ground, but it is blowing freezing cold air in my face, so it is good. Cheers, Damon. Thanks, everyone. We're about to get started now at 6 PM. Nerves, as you'd expect. Just wait for that timer. Okay, let's go. As soon as I start pedaling, it starts, so Oh, wait a minute. I haven't even selected the workout. Good start. I don't... That would have been handy, wouldn't it? Alright. Let's kick it. 3:16 for 10 minutes. So we might actually have third mode on, considering how easy this first bit is, truth be told. Imagine I'm trying to lead out Focaccia. Come on! Yeah, that was pretty much full gas at the end. Oh my word, if you ever want to feel like you're going as hard as you possibly can, that is one way to do it. 37.5 minutes. Oh my word. I'll tell you the result though in a second. Oh, crikey. Oh. Yeah, true, Zach Dorio. I'll do that now. Oh. Alright, I'm done with pump up music for one day. Oh. Oh, crikey. So I was saying like 35 minutes. 338. So that's roughly, that's a total guess, but it's a slight improvement. It's a slight improvement. But, oh my word, but that is probably a more accurate representation. I think if I'd have done a 20-minute full gas effort, it would have been higher, but it's interesting that this one still yields a higher power, but a very small improvement. Oh. Oh. I don't know if you're willing to stick around for an extra few minutes. I'm gonna load WKO to see what that says. If you're willing to stick around for a few minutes to see what that says. Yeah, before any of you say like, oh, that's not a very big increase in FTP because my FTP was 333 and now it's like 335 or 337. Please remember this is a different test, and there's a massive positive here that I was able to hold almost 340, well, over 340 for half an hour. If you look at my 20-minute power, it was basically 350, give or take. And in my last test a month ago, the 20-minute test, I averaged 350. So what I basically did tonight was do a 20-minute test there, which was equal to what I did a month ago, but I managed to keep going. Whereas a month ago, when I did 350 for 20 minutes, I was flat out on the floor, like completely gassed. So that's what you're looking at there. That's what you're looking at. Bear with me a second. Oh, I thought my laptop was on. Sorry, I'm gonna have to boot it up. Oh, I think I might keep the fan going. I think I might keep the fan on. Oh. Yeah, that's it. Any improvement is gains. Always remember that. Any improvement is gains. I tell you what, if I was to talk you through that, I have to say it felt quite easy, apart from the last maybe 6 minutes. I don't know how I looked, but I felt pretty comfortable until those last 6 minutes. Which I think is good. Like, I'm happy with that. I gotta be honest, I am happy. 100% Ruben, 100%, yeah. You wouldn't do that if I paid you. Well, you pay me and then I'll give you the workout. I think WKO is worth it, yes. There's plenty of people who'd say the same thing. Oh, hang on. I've got to save the ride, haven't I? Give me a second. Let me save the ride. Let me get me up on the big screen. There we go. Right. I gotta let it do its thing now. So I appreciate 350 who are still here waiting patiently to see what happens. I apologise for my bare chest. What do you think your FTP would have been if you'd taken this test at 333 watts? I did. That's what it was, 333 watts. I tell you one thing, Zach is just Mick, that last shift pushed you over the edge you could probably do a bit longer in the ramps before that. Yeah, I think you're right there, Mick. Zach, that was very impressive. Your ability to suffer was incredible. I definitely did suffer. I think I was in a zone there in those ramps, and I think it's very easy to get in the zone when you've just got to hurt yourself until exhaustion. You know, you just keep going until you can't turn the pedals anymore. So it's something very pure about that test. I was small ring. No, I was big ring for that. I was big ring for erg mode there. I was big ring. Right, okay. It's doing its thing. Baseline test. Do you think you could have weight at 340 for longer than 30 minutes? Do you think I could have stayed at 340? Yeah, well, I don't know. I've never done that test before, so I can't really tell you, really. Lord. You love it, don't you, Lord? Right, okay, here we go. Oh, there goes my phone. Drum roll, please. Right then. So, it's the workout. Crikey. Definitely dug deep there. Where are we? Yeah, Lord 10 out of 10 for advertising. Fair play, Lord. Okay, 329 of you on pins here waiting for me. So I'm trying to do last 90 days. I want my power duration model. We're all waiting patiently now. We're relying on my computer speed. Okay, so prior to this tonight, my FTP was actually modelled at 328, even though it was 333 that I've been working off the last month. It's now 336. Let's have a little look over here. I apologise for the super interesting, isn't it? My modelled FTP over the last 90 days was 327 and it's now 336. So it's 10 watts in a month. You know, I mean, give or take. Like we're not clutching at straws, but you know, that I think that's sort of what we're looking at, because obviously we're comparing like apples to oranges here with two tests. So I would say I'd be fairly confident to say that was fairly accurate. My time to exhaustion has increased by 1 minute. Just over a minute, rather. But it's rather interesting. It's rather interesting because you know the last month has been fairly intensive in terms of volume. You know, I did a lot of riding for 11 days, a lot of volume and nothing else. And I was fairly confident that there'd be an increase, and I was only fairly confident because of the sensations I was feeling in zone 2, and that's kind of hard to describe, but sometimes you just feel like you turn a page even when you haven't actually tested yourself. So it's what we've kind of learned is that any training is training, or any training is beneficial. I think what I'm looking at now potentially is a rather hard couple of days this weekend at the Haute Route on Zwift, and then next weekend doing a little stage race where we're racing 1 hour every night for 5 nights in a row on RGT. So the next kind of 2 or 3 weeks are going to be quite polarized in the sense that I'm either going to be making really hard efforts in races, or I'm going to be just riding zone 2. So what I'll try and do, Tom, you've just put the idea in my head. The Haute Route this weekend, I'll give a 20-minute effort a good nudge at some point. And it might not be full gas, but if it's something like, I don't know, 350, 360 watts, well, that is full gas, but you know what I mean. I would rather ride slightly below and then get feedback on sensations and how that feels. Because remember, I don't necessarily have to do a full gas effort to know or to make the comparison. If sensations are really good and I'm riding at 360 watts for 20 minutes in the Haute Route or one of the climbs, then there's an obvious sign there that my FTP is, around about accurate. So, and we'll go into FTP, FTP, like, does it really matter? It's just a number for you to train at. So, it doesn't... last night, for those of you that didn't watch the race last night, an interesting fact is, last night I raced out on my skin last night to try and score some points or what have you. And last night I actually got a 5-minute normalized of 393. Now I know there was a fairly big gap between normalized and average in the race last night, as you'd imagine. My 10-minute normalized was 370. My 8-minute normalized was 385. So, there's efforts there that kind of back up what I've done today. So, and you'd have to say as well, I'm probably not in optimal condition to do this today because of the race last night. But it is what it is. You can't just... you can taper for an FTP test. Obviously, you're supposed to do it on the best... you're supposed to do it under controllable, repeatable circumstances. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to do it because it's about accurate numbers rather than better numbers all the time. So, I would say you're right as well, Tom. That the 20 minute would give me a higher number because it's what I've done my whole life, and it's also quite rewarding, I think, because it's something that I'm aiming at this year is a really high 20-minute power, even though that doesn't really translate to any kind of races I'm doing. This probably does a little bit more if I'm going to go out to go out abroad and do bigger climbs. This probably translates better, but nonetheless, let's not get bogged down. Let's not get bogged down in it. Ralph, WKO5 certainly gives you an accurate FTP estimate. Yeah, you could argue the toss whether it's exactly right or whatnot, you know what I mean? Actually, I'm going to check my emails because I might have had an email saying my FTP's increased. I probably wouldn't have, but I'm just having a look on Strava out of interest, because Strava also has a modelled FTP. I'm never doing a full-blown hour power, by the way. Get out of here. Get out of here. Strava says 329, so we ain't taking that one. Well, doesn't matter if you rest or not before an FTP. It really depends the day before what you feel better with. Some people feel better having a complete day off the bike. Some people actually prefer doing a couple of openers like you do the day before a race. Well, for those of you that do a road race or time trial, whatever, you usually do a couple of openers. So but that means if you don't feed it well, the model, that it's just too low, never too high. It won't overestimate. If you don't feed the model, Ralph, it won't overestimate most of the time. It depends. It depends on if you've done a massive effort in the short term, then it could. But to be safe, as long as you do like a short effort, a medium length effort, and a long effort every so often, you'd be pretty safe. That is right, Ian, yeah. So there we have it. There we have it. Something to use now, anyway, for the Haute Route this weekend. Something to base my efforts off, which is what we need, And in another 4 weeks, we'll probably test again. And the reason why it's 4 weeks is just because it happens to. I might test every 3 weeks, every 6 weeks, but I've managed to kind of wangle it so that I'm able to get another one in 4 weeks' time after a little bit of racing intensity. So, I don't know how that's going to figure. I know stage 1 of the Haute Route is going to have the Epic KOM reverse. So, and then the Volcano KOM. So, I got a potential there. 6.2k at 6% to go. It won't be 20 minutes, obviously, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a 20-minute effort. So yeah. Whilst you're doing that, does everyone know that with Strava Premium you get free insurance plus we activate with company support insurance? Oh, I didn't know that, Simon. Would it be an idea to do this test outside? Not anymore, Jack. Some people do 25 miles in 42 minutes or whatever it is. Maybe day 2, actually. Haute Route stage 2, where you go up the Epic KOM backwards. Maybe that is the... Let me just double check, actually, the KOM for the... I could do this, like, off stream, but might as well just keep the stream going, because you all love a chat, don't you? Segment, are we looking for the KOM reverse? Epic KOM reverse. So we're looking at 30, yeah, it's well too short, isn't it? It's well short. So what about the Epic KOM forward? What are we looking at for that? Epic KOM forward. What's my PB on here? Oh, my PB is 17 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty decent, isn't it? That's pretty deep. I mean, it's probably going to... I mean, the second stage of the Haute route is probably going to require a massive effort up the Epic KOM because it's straight up the gate and then up the radio tower. Ah, it's not including the radio tower, is it? The Epic KOM forward. Can someone clarify that? The segment does not include... it doesn't include radio tower, is it? You turn left. You finish at the goat and then you turn left, don't you? And then you got the radio tower. So it will be about 20 minutes. Cheers, Jack. Thanks for joining. So yeah, I could do it on Saturday then. Saturday evening. Oh crikey, no I can't actually. Oh, there we are then. Sound. So, I could do, if I do, let's try to work this out. If I do, Haute route stage 1, Friday morning. Haute route stage 2, Saturday morning. I'm going to have to skip the 3-hour endurance league. And then we use stage 2 in the morning to try and go for a full gas effort up the Epic KOM. Well, paced full gas, finish at the top of the radio tower, and that should, well, I would hope that would put me in the front group. And then, yeah, I'll use the Haute route. See, Zwift events are good for something. They're good for something. Not everything, but they're good for something. Right, I'm going to wrap this up. Oh my word, someone's just dropped an absolute bombshell in the training discussion on the Backpedal Discord server. What's everyone's thoughts on polarized versus sweet spot training? I've just left a... Oh, I don't know. Anyway, thanks, Zach. You didn't have to stick around, but I appreciate it anyway. What were we saying? I know, Rumi. I did see Phil's race this morning. Sound. Right. Thank you for your company. You made me push myself there. That's for sure. Although I didn't have the chat on, so I didn't see. Oh, I can't get off the bike now. Oh, help! Oh, my hip. Oof. Cramp in my buttock. Oh. Right. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for joining. Onwards and upwards. I know, Niels, I like cheese too. Thank you, Lord. Laters, everyone. And, well, if I don't catch you soon, I'll catch you in a month's time for another one.